Those of you who might have the same bike as this, and you saw my other clip of having problems with getting it running, we found the problem was the person who had the bike before us and handed it over is, or quite I should say, is that these connections here were switched around, and these two connections up here were switched around. After I'd undone all the cable ties and everything, got the wires to drop, I saw that the wiring was completely wrong just as soon as I had it all fresh in my hands. So I've wired it up and everything, and the bike starts and runs properly now, so I'll show you that as well once I've got everything back together here. At the moment I'm working on cleaning up all the wiring. I'm going to re-terminate these connections here because you can see that's just old and not so good looking. So I'll fix all that up, we'll get the back flares on, and I'll show you the bike running when I'm finished. So that's all that there. I'm still not too sure what these two wires here belong to, but it doesn't interfere with the way the bike runs. I believe it has something to do with these two are supposed to be on a switch that controls this black wire here to get excited for the system to start charging, but that's not happening. The bike's charging anyway, and when I say bike I mean quad, so work with me. We've put a meter on it and started her up, and she still charges without the black wire being excited, so that's okay. And if I was to replace this, the brand new ones that you buy today no longer have that black wire, they just have the red and green, and the red and green is going straight to the battery from there. So that seems to be okay. Everything else is good. Again, we've got more wires at the front here that I've still got to work out, but these two here have something to do with the ignition. That this is how it was when we got it, and so when I got that disconnected, there is no power to the system at all. So connected and the ignition works, and so I'm still yet to find out why that is like that, but we'll get to the front later. The main part was the reason why the bike didn't run was because of these connections here being swapped and those two connections there being swapped, and she backfired and had all sorts of problems. But now she's under control, and I'll show you when she's all back together. And another thing I've noticed, that when the bike is running, the tail light kind of flickers, it doesn't really stay on properly. But if you just got the bike off with the ignition on, the brake lights work perfectly fine, and that to me says that's in the switch here. You can see the color wiring is reversed, so I'm going to just take that clip off, take two of the pins out, swap the wires around and put that back on, and that should solve our problem there. I'll let you know. Well, that was a good run, and the brake light no longer flickers, so it was the wiring there. That was just the wrong way around. That would have been from factory as well. So just got to work out the wiring on the front now, and we're going to put some coolant in there and so forth. It's still getting up to 120 degrees. We put this temperature gauge on ourselves. The bike has the option for the temperature gauge here, but probably just another stage of this bike came out with the gauge, and that was just an added extra. Okay, so yeah, that's today's clip. Just wanted to show you that the bike's running nice now, so all that coughing and splattering and so forth was not because of bad timing, it was because of bad wiring. Alrighty, till next time, cheers guys.